Hello guys and welcome back to Married at First Sight Australia, and today we are going to be talking about some craziness. Some craziness is happening at this dinner party because this is the most unhinged I've ever seen a dinner party. When I tell you there were revelations, there were rumours, there were some very, very spiteful words, and honestly, I loved every second of it. It was absolutely fantastic. Guys, this was so much fun. If you're not watching, you're missing out. I can only say so much and do so much to tell you how amazing it is. So you've got to watch it on your own. At least watch this episode. It is season 11, episode 16. It was fantastic from start to finish, and you definitely won't regret the hour that you'll be watching it. But before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you guys very, very much for the amazing support on the channel. We are on our way to 900 and then 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of the ranters, just press the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will make content for you. Without much further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? So, rumor has it, rumor has it, rumor has it, Jack is not a very nice person. And that's not much of a rumour because we've seen it. Just thought a cheeky bit of a Dale to start off the episode would be great. Lauren has heard a rumour about Jack and about the fact that Jack has said that if they haven't slept together, him and Tori, by the time the couple swap week happens, then he gives the boys permission to shag her. What would possess him to say something like that? That is crazy. Like, oh, you know when you're just like, oh, really? Really? Raw. It's like you're trying to make drama and cause it, because how are you telling Jonathan that and expecting him not to go back and tell Lauren that you've said that if you and Tori haven't slept together by the time couple swap week happens, then you give the boys permission to shag her? What? Like, she's property. I mean, we knew he was misogynistic. We knew it. But, like, this is just proof. Part and parcel proof. Because, huh? Not even getting involved in it. So, obviously, Lauren arrives at the dinner party and the first person she tells is Sarah. And Sarah's like... And even the experts are like... I don't think anyone can believe that those words have left his mouth. Nobody is like, what? Everyone is... Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. And apparently, Tori is like, oh, I want to move, like, to where he lives. I want to move my whole life for him. And I'm just thinking, really? Really? And then Tori's gets told the truth about Jack. And then she's like, oh, rah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Oh, that's a shame, I guess. Why would he say that? Why do you think? Because he's a manipulative, misogynistic bastard. I don't understand Tori at all. I thought she was a strong, independent, confident woman. Shows that she's none of that. She's a sheep. That's all she is. So obviously the dinner table starts off with fire. Jack immediately goes, what do you have to say, Lauren? Say it. What do you have to say? And she's like, okay, we're doing this. Cool. So, did you or did you not say XYZ? And obviously this catches Jack really off guard. And he's like, it was a joke, obviously. It was obviously a joke. It was obviously a joke. And the entire table is like, that doesn't sound like a joke. It's not very funny. And what do you mean by that? Like, huh? How are you saying that you can, what? I feel like Jack didn't really think this through. I think he really did believe that he would how do I say this? He would definitely be able to get away with it because he thought that Jono would have his back, and Jono told Lauren, and now Lauren is making a huge deal out of it. Do I think that that is the right way to go about it? Probably not, but makes brilliant TV, so I'll let it slide. But on the whole, I think the issue is that Jack is making jokes or saying things to people that he is not saying to Tori. Sarah was very, very correct in her statement of like, this was not a joke. This was not funny. So you shouldn't have said it because, like, can you see how it looks? It looks really, really bad. And then Tori was like, well, if he says it's a joke, then I trust that it was a joke. Huh? Really? Really, Tori? Really? That's all you've got to say? That's it. That's all you've got to say. You sat in silence this whole time and you're like, oh well, if he says it's a joke, then it must be a joke. And then I was like, oh, okay, finally, right, someone please, for the love of God, bring up the fact that he said he was not sexually attracted to Tori. Please, for the love of God, say that. And Lauren did bring it up, and it was just downhill from here. Because obviously Mr. Jack, manipulation over here, started to manipulate things and started to gaslight Lauren and be like, why are you making things up about me? Jonathan, did I say that? Like, did I say that I'm not attracted? And Jonathan just kind of went, well, are you? And I was like, okay, Jonathan, yes, good, keep going. I want you to fully fledged attack him, please, because this is not okay behaviour, and I'm hoping that you're realising this, and you're not going to be like, oh, but he's my bro. Yeah. Because that's not okay behaviour. I'm sorry, it's not. And then Jack's like using semantics around the fact that like, oh, just because I said I'm not sexually like interested in her at the moment doesn't mean I don't like her. And I was like, well, huh? What? What do you mean? This is, oh, it's so frustrating having a conversation with this man because he genuinely just manipulates everyone's words and throws them back at him. And then he's like, oh, Jono, you broke the bro code. How could you do that? How could you break the bro code? I'm sorry, the bro code is not acceptable when it means that you're protecting someone from being a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are certain rules that you can follow in a bro code that don't make you a shitty human being. And then there are others in this supposed bro code that do make you a shitty human being. This being one of them. What do you mean you're asking him to protect your secrets when you've made a very, very worrying joke about the fact that you want other men to sleep with your wife if you haven't slept with her by the time couple swap weeks happens? What's going on there? Like, what? It's just disgusting. And then obviously Lauren's mouthing off, as she should. And then this was the moment that broke the camel's back, because the entire table turned against against Jack, because Jack said the immortal lines, "Can you muzzle your woman?" Okay, let's break it down a little bit. So Jack, dickhead, saying to Jonathan, muzzle your woman. And Lauren's like, raw, we playing that game? Raw! And the entire table's like, Jack, that's not acceptable. You cannot say that. And Tori's just sitting there like, the fact that Tori has not even spoken up at this dinner table so far just shows me that she has no backbone, no self-respect, no anything that is gonna help her in this relationship. She's so focused on the fact that they are the golden couple that she doesn't want to believe that her relationship is quite literally crumbling around her, and I actually just can't get over it. And then Jonathan completely caved. And when Jack was like, did I say I'm not attracted to her? 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 And was basically just like repeating himself over and over and over again. And then Jonathan was like, oh, no, you didn't say that. Oh, I was just like, really, Jonathan? Really? Now is the time. Now is the time that you want to switch things up and go back on your word because you're worried about losing Jack as a friend. I'm fairly certain at this moment is where you've lost Lauren as your wife. And isn't that what you came in here to find? A wife. Yeah, fuck you, man. Because it's not okay. That is not okay behaviour. I'm sorry, it's not. And it kind of just backs up the whole sort of feeling that Lauren had about the fact that he just has no like opinions of his own. He's so easily swayed by other people, and he's not a man of strength. He's just like a bit of a robot, just compute, doing what I can. I actually understand her frustrations now, and this was exactly what she meant. Yeah, wow. Tori was taken off by the girls, and the girls were like, this is not okay. Tori, this is not okay. Can you please tell me you're going to do something about this? Tell me you're going to do something about this, please. And Sarah was like, look, regardless of whether he said it was a joke or not, it was disrespectful to you. You cannot take that lying down. And Tori just feels like she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, my friends, my husband. It's like, well, your husband's being a dickhead. Listen to your friends. If they're telling you sound advice like they are, take it. For the love of God, take it. I'm so sick of people on this show being gaslit by their partners and not listen to their friends. Listen to your friends. So, just before we get back into the whole drama thing that ended the episode, Lucinda broke the ice by welcoming the new couples, and they went round and explained their honeymoons and things like that. It was really cute. Madeline and Ash are an incredibly awkward pairing. Not a great match. Like a really, really bad match, if I'm being 100% honest. But yeah, I would like to see how they get on. I just think it's going to be very, very difficult for them to... Yeah, not great, honestly. But here's what it is. There was a second conversation between Timothy and Tristan. Tristan's affectionately calling him Dad, and it's really, really cute. I really like that. And then Timothy was opening up about how his father said that he didn't like Timothy before he died, and that's like his last memory of his dad was his dad being like, I don't like you. And I was like, wow, that's really upsetting. Oh my God, can you imagine? That's crazy. No, couldn't be me, honestly. That's absolutely heartbreaking. But yeah, that was all the information from that little bit of the episode. Back to the juiciness. So, the juiciness. Now Tori is pissed off at Lauren for bringing it up around the dinner table. And honestly, I actually see BA with Tori now. Like, as far as I'm aware, there's no redeeming her. She's going to stick with Jack. There's no... This should have been the straw that broke the camel's back. But it wasn't. It was actually the end of her and Lauren's friendship, which I just think is so dumb because she's just trying to protect you. She's exposed your man for who he really is, and you don't seem to be taking that very well. And then Jonathan admitted to Lauren that everything that she had said was true and that he had lied to protect Jack. And then he was like, but you shouldn't have said anything. I told you that in confidence. And I was just like, oh my God. I feel like he's completely missed the whole point of why Lauren said anything in the first place. Yes, he said this to you in confidence. You didn't have to tell her You're the one that told her, and obviously she's going to have an issue with it because it's about one of her best friends in the experiment. Why would she keep that to herself? You were delusional for thinking that she wouldn't do that. What's going on? Is there something in the water? Because genuinely, I think that there's an issue going on. There's a deep-rooted issue in this whole experiment with the whole sort of like, oh, you got to keep this secret. No. No. That's not okay. It's not okay behavior. And the fact that it's being shown at this dinner party, boy, they're all going to have something to answer for next week at the commitment ceremony. It is going to be juicy because I really just don't know what else to say other than Jonathan, Tori, Jack, there's not a lot of hope for you in my eyes. There's no coming back from this. And I think it's going to actually be detrimental in the series to keep them in. Especially with the whole, can you muzzle your woman? Genuinely, it took me out of it for a second. I had to laugh. I had to. Because I was like, surely he did not just say that. Surely he did not just say that. That did not just leave his mouth. That must have been a prank. It must have been. But it wasn't. So anyway, that is all we've got time for today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, next time is the commitment ceremony, and it is going to be juicy. I haven't seen it yet, but I will be watching it tonight. So no spoilers. No spoilers for the rest of the series as well. But if you guys are enjoying, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. And I will see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. But until then, keep on ranting, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.